Survival in the wild is a risky business. Fear and instinctive decision-making can mean the difference between life and death. In this programme, we aim to capture those thrilling wildlife moments in a new and unique way. Prepare to enter the world of the animal. Join me on the African plains and be an animal.
This is a very different sort of wildlife programme. By using the style of a computer game, we will be able to analyse moments of extreme danger and understand why animals make the decisions they do to survive. The computer-generated images mirror the real world and give us a greater understanding of what's really going on as the action unfolds. Here, the computer world and the real world act as one, enabling us to see in detail the precise interactions of predator and prey. We'll also get an overview of events, and everything you see is based on real behaviour and fact. By stretching time and analysing critical moments, we reveal what a single camera never can. This is where the game is set, an African savanna. In the virtual savanna, as in the real one, there are grasslands, woodlands, a waterhole, and marshy area. The virtual savanna has virtual animals, which reflect the real ones. The colour green represents the hunted. We will always side with them. And to help us analyse how animals stay alive, a set of skills. Speed, weapons, senses. And unique to each animal, a special feature. There are 4 levels to this game, and it gets harder as we go on. So let's start with the easiest and be an animal.
Level 1. Zebra. Lives in herds. Mission: avoid capture.
A very familiar animal in an unfamiliar form. Zebras are so often filmed, it's tempting to think we've seen it all before. In many wildlife programs, we've seen them attacked by savanna predators. But to really understand how they react to danger, let's use the virtual world to analyse their survival strategy. What skills do zebras have to help them survive?
Speed, 0 to 34 miles an hour in a few seconds. Has good stamina over long distances. Senses, all good, but sees in limited colour, mainly yellow and green. Weapons, a powerful kick, but only effective from directly behind. Special feature, mesmerising stripes. In a herd, they act as camouflage, and in heat haze, like a mirage.
Of all the savanna grazers, zebras are the most water dependent, and this is their main problem. The herd has to visit a waterhole almost every day, and predators know it. This is a classic ambush site. The zebras need to be on their guard.
Selecting senses to maximum.
Being in a herd causes problems. All the noise and movement creates confusion. Senses are swamped with information. Smell is of little use. The scent of lions is everywhere. Seeing mainly in yellow and green makes spotting a stationary yellow lion in yellow grass almost impossible. The lions are virtually invisible.
Zoom out to maximum area.
With the planned view, we can see that the lions are closing in. Lions have an explosive acceleration. In seconds, they can reach maximum speed, 35 miles an hour. But it must get within 30 meters before launching an attack. Zebras are also very fast. So close are their top speeds that lions must depend on the advantage of surprise. She's charged, but been spotted. The zebras have a head start. Let's stop the action and look at the options for a zebra in the middle of the herd. Behind is blocked by bodies wheeling away. The only other option is to run straight ahead through the water.
Selecting maximum speed.
A lone zebra is an obvious target. With such a head start, it has a good chance, and a zebra has more stamina than a lion, but the ground is marshy and getting wetter. Disaster. The zebra is slowing down.
Speed reduced by 20%.
The small, narrow hooves sink right into the mud, making it difficult to run. The lioness is lighter and has broad paws. It's easier to keep up a good pace.
Warning, lion closing.
The lioness is coming right up alongside.
Selecting weapons.
A zebra can't kick effectively out to the side. A lone lioness is only successful in 1 out of 5 hunts. By misjudging the terrain, the zebra made a fatal mistake.
Mission failed. Reset available.
In real life, that would have been the end. But the great thing about a game is that you can always try again. Again, the lioness charges, but this time, let's wheel away with the rest of the herd. The panicking crowd makes the going slow, and the lioness is quick to spot the opportunity. On firm ground, the lioness runs up quickly behind.
Selecting weapons.
And directly behind is where the kick is most effective. Right on the nose. This time, it's the lioness who makes the mistake. Luckily for her, the error isn't fatal.
Mission successful. End of level 1. Level 2. Thompson's gazelle. Common grazer on the short grass plains.
Surviving this level will be more challenging. There are now more factors to consider in a potentially dangerous situation. But let's start by looking in more detail at the gazelles. In many ways, they're similar to zebras, but they're much smaller, only 60 centimeters high and 1/10 of the weight. They live in herds and graze in the open savanna, which makes them vulnerable to a range of predators. This is their survival pack.
Speed very fast, 50 miles an hour. Only a cheetah is faster. Senses, hearing, smell and vision good. Designed for monitoring the open plains. Weapons, sharp horns, but they only intimidate small predators. Useless against large animals. Special feature, stotting. A high bouncing gait that shows a predator a good level of fitness and alerts herd members to danger.
When a group of females feed together, it may mean they have young fawns nearby.
Mission for level 2, protect fawn.
Protecting them is not going to be easy. Most fawns won't survive their first year. Adults are small, but fawns are tiny. Even an eagle can carry them off. For the first couple of months, they spend at most 2 hours a day in the open. For the rest of the time, they lie motionless in long grass. They're well hidden, and they have a very special skill of their own. Their scent glands don't work yet, so they're virtually odorless. In long grass, they just disappear. Mothers stay nearby, but not too close. They don't want to give away the fawn's hiding place. Out on the savannah, there are always predators waiting and watching for any sign of an easy meal.
Golden jackals approaching.
Golden jackals are a major predator of gazelle fawns. Although they're not dangerous to the adults, in the breeding season, fawns are the jackal's main source of food. They're methodical hunters. They quarter the ground around where the females are grazing. They know there are fawns hidden in the grass. This meticulous approach means it's only a matter of time until they find their quarry. Even when under this much pressure, it's important for the mother not to panic. That could make the fawn break cover. This is a battle of nerves, but chance plays a major role. The jackals, though, are greatly increasing their odds by working in a pair. A single jackal will only find a fawn in 1 out of 7 hunts. A pair, though, will be successful almost 50% of the time. One jackal is now dangerously close. This situation is too risky. The mother has to act.
Selecting weapons.
One jackal is now safely out of the way, but what about the other one? The benefit of teamwork. With the mother too far away to do anything more, the area containing the fawn is now free for investigation. The fawn is so well hidden and odorless, the jackal would almost have to step on it to find it. Jackals won't spend too long in any one area. They know there are fawns all over the place. They move on to try their luck elsewhere. The mother chose a very good hiding place, and luck was on their side this time. But out on the savannah, you never know what is just around the corner. Baboons have come to join the herd. This is nothing unusual. They also feed on grasses, and so baboons and gazelles are often seen together. Their dexterous hands are adept at stripping seeds and roots. But grass is a poor quality food, and it's a full-time job eating enough to keep everyone going. But baboons are famous opportunists. Given a chance, they will eat meat. And this time of year, opportunities are common. The peaceful grazer becomes a predator. This time, it isn't a matter of chance whether the fawn gets caught. It's a matter of time. The baboon tries to fool the fawn by giving an air of indifference, but all the time it closes the gap. The mother is too preoccupied with feeding and doesn't seem to notice the danger.
Warning, senses on minimum.
Failing to get a cue from its mother, the fawn has to rely purely on instinct. The fawn has an inbuilt fear of anything unfamiliar getting too close. Luckily, the baboon didn't fool it, and it fled in time. By stotting, it shows the baboon it's fit and healthy, and it doesn't stand a chance of catching one of the fastest animals on the savannah.
Mission successful. End of level 2. Level 3. Banded mongoose is foraging on the open savanna. Mission: get to cover of trees.
Mongooses are normally found near woodland, and they rarely venture far into open country. Each one is only the size of a cat. The savannah is an extremely dangerous place for such small animals. Surviving this journey will be very difficult.
Speed, maximum 20 miles an hour, but only for short distances. Weapons, sharp teeth and claws, but only useful against small animals. Senses, hearing and eyesight acute, so in a group they have excellent all-round cover. Special skill. By rearing heads, spitting and snapping in a pack, they appear as one large aggressive animal, deterring an attacker.
And that is why mongooses are only seen in tightly knit groups. They travel up to 6 miles a day in search of food, but all the time they call to each other, twittering and chirruping, keeping everyone close together. Out in the open plains, they're highly vulnerable, and they need to be extra vigilant.
Senses on maximum.
Each animal makes regular checks for danger, so the group as a whole is continually vigilant.
Danger, eagle approaching.
This is a martial eagle, a real threat. It could easily carry off an adult mongoose. The group head for the cover of the trees.
Warning, eagle attack, 3 seconds to contact. Tree cover 10 seconds away. Selecting special feature.
Their mobbing behavior managed to thwart the attack. Luckily, this was an immature bird. Had this been an experienced adult, they might not have been so lucky. So the pack has made it to safety and the shade of a tree. Mission successful? Not yet. A shady tree is a premium site and can attract unwelcome visitors. And as fate would have it, here they are, heading straight for the tree.
Selecting sensors to maximum.
Lions don't usually bother with mongooses, and anyway it's too hot for hunting. Even so, it's wise not to take chances.
Warning, lions approaching. Selecting speed.
The group scatters in panic and takes what cover they can find. They're now safe, but the group is split and trapped. A divided pack is greatly weakened, and all the members are nervous. Even worse, one member has been left stranded. This is a disaster and shows the downside to living in a group. Alone, you can't function. Let's review its survival skills.
Speed, low compared to lion. Weapons, too weak. Special skill, deactivated.
The mongoose's instinct to stay with the pack is overwhelmingly strong, and its calls only compound the problem. It's irresistible to a young lioness.
Mission terminated. End of level 3. Level 4. Troop of baboons roosting in a tree. Mission, survive the night.
Every evening, baboons, who spend most of the day on the ground, move up into the canopy with very good reason. This is the safest place to be. The African night is full of danger. Baboons are naturally wily and intelligent, and they have specific skills that help them survive.
Speed, limited on the ground, maximum 20 miles an hour, but strong arms and legs means they're very agile in trees. Senses, very similar to humans, sight poor at night. Weapons, strong and powerful upper body with damaging bite. Special skill, communication, which allows a coordinated response to an attack.
Tonight, the baboons are in luck. There's a full moon, so they have some vision. Even so, it's difficult to make out anything distinctly. A low-light camera will help us to see what's going on. The night air is alive with sound, and the baboons strain to listen for anything unusual that might signal danger.
Selecting sensors to maximum.
They spend the night snatching short bouts of rest. On the forest floor, there is a lone hunter, a predator that is skilled above all others in the dead of the night. The leopard. And being 10 meters up offers no protection against this specialist hunter. But the intruder has been spotted.
Selecting special skill.
This is the call to arms. Within seconds, the cover of the leopard is blown. Its stealth now counts for nothing. The baboons then carry out an almost military-style maneuver. The females and young move up high away from danger, and the males move cautiously downwards, barking and shaking branches to show their strength. The leopard is now in real trouble. 2 or 3 adult baboons working together can do serious damage, and they're closing in.
Selecting weapons.
For the leopard, a retreat seems the only option. But then the baboon's luck changes. Now the tables have turned. With no moonlight, the baboons are effectively blind. A leopard's eyes have many more light-gathering cells, and even in the gloom, it can see everything. It moves in on a young lone male. This is the chance it's been waiting for. A baboon in isolation is an easy target. The leopard can see the baboon. The baboon can't see the leopard. Isolated in total darkness and with confusing noise all around, the baboon panics.
Selecting speed.
It crashes to the ground. The combination of clouds covering the moon and a misjudgment of distance combined to seal the fate of the baboon.
End of level 4. End of game.
As we've seen, survival in the wild is a very risky business. Of course, animals can't spend all day in a state of high alert and in peril of their lives, but each day will bring some element of danger, and it's clear that alongside natural skill and judgment sit the unpredictable factors such as chance and fate. We may think we're in control, but so often it doesn't work that way.
Life isn't always as straightforward as it may seem. Our day of being an animal has come to an end, but for the animals themselves, it's a continuing battle.
And you can explore a virtual ocean with more computer games on the BBC Nature website. It's part of the Blue Planet Challenge at www.bbc.co.uk/nature.